Hello everyone, welcome into yet another live stream, and is this a triple stream? I think double, right? I think it's the second one. Oh shit, my headphones, okay. I mean, hi, I'm a professional. Hi there everyone, hello and welcome, how you doing? Hi the Weston, hi the Ritty, hi and welcome, hi and welcome. Hi! No, for extra time to be awake, but this is tempting. Is it? Oh, we're not gonna do anything exciting, don't worry. I went on a bit of a... My mental health is not having a good time at the moment. You see, I am a highly unstable individual. And I've entered this period. It goes in cycles. But I basically entered this period where Jesse broke, so I had to order a new 3D printer along with the replacement parts just to see if I can fix Jesse. If I can't, then that's what the new 3D printer is for. And along with that, I also ordered a CNC machine because, you know, why the fuck not? Might as well. And Tefta talked me into buying an oscilloscope. So let's make a video, you know? I feel like it's a pretty, yeah. I feel like it's a pretty, pretty swell idea. Retail therapy. This goes beyond retail therapy. I've done retail therapy in the past. I have around 12 Raspberry Pi Picos. That's retail therapy. This isn't retail therapy. This is a retail psychedelic strip. I need to work because I haven't bought something for myself in months aside from food. Oh, you should definitely treat yourself. It's fun. Trust me, I know. I need to make back the money. I need to make back the money desperately. So we're gonna make a video today. Well, not an entire video. I'm gonna do as much as I can. Maybe I'll get a new phone case for... Come on, Quasar. Come on. Well, unless you count, you know, stuff like going to the mountains. So, you know what? No, you do travel a lot. So, okay, that makes sense. I, for example, don't travel. So I just buy stuff. That's sponsored by Vogue. Oh, no. Then Quasar then. Come on, Quasar. What are you doing? You're making me look bad. Hold a bunch of these points. Okay, so what we need right here is we need the... Let's do 600. Can I save it as a... Yeah, let's save it as a new file just in case to break it down a bit. And then what we'll have is we'll have this. Then maybe... I don't know why, but I feel like it at an angle would look just a bit better. Yeah, like this. I don't know why I feel like it would look better, but it just feels right to do it at an angle. I'm working in 3D software, I'm not reusing it. I don't feel great. I don't know what's happening with me. I need to work. I think that's the problem. Yeah. It ain't normal. Let's make the icosphere smaller. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make the icosphere smaller. There it is. We're going to make the text smaller as well. So we can just decrease the size right here. And then 90, and we're going to decrease it to 0. We're going to give it some kind of nice, like... sinusoidal, maybe? Yeah, and then... So this will be the icosphere, right? This. And then what we want instead is we want like a grid of points. Because that's how the way I'm going to explain the functions. So let me have a sip of coffee. Oh, let me also switch to top chat. I'm not in top chat. Yeah. And so yeah, today we're just going to spend the whole stream working because I've made a lot of bad financial decisions. Need to make back the money. I owe a lot of money to a lot of powerful people, and doing these kind of spending sprees, that's not good for me. That is not good for me. No. No, sir. Okay, there we go. We'll have this with the side, this gets smaller, and then just a bunch of points appear. We'll also have the function probably cross the boundary, like so. There, I like it. Now the points. So, transform, no. Yes, no. We'll have icosphere, we'll have grid. Just wondering, what's the point of streaming for charity? I feel like this is what you've done a lot. Do you have a full-time job? Well, this is my full-time job. YouTube is my full-time job. Also, I don't quite understand the question, what's the point of streaming for charity? Because, well, to be frankly honest with you, I do believe it's kind of self-explanatory with the whole streaming for charity thing. I don't know quite what bit is confusing. Nondeloop just watched the video a long time ago. Well, then there's a lot of context, I do have to say. It would take me quite a fair bit to explain. Okay, we're gonna instance on points, and that's gonna be grid. Perfect. Plug this in right here. Set material white. Actually, no, let's not plug it right there. That's dumb. There we go. White, and then store named attribute, brightness. Let's do it 1. And then, of course, emission color equal. Now, how are we gonna do this? Let's think. So, the size has to be 5, 6, which means this has to be 4. Yes. Now, as we add in vertices, so integer, because right here we can actually use integer. Yeah, the grid won't be quite equal. It won't be quite equal unless... Oh, we can extend it to 6. And then we can transform it up by a 2, a 1. There we go. And so then what I would like ideally is I would like them to get smaller as we increase the amount of points. So that they always like, you know, fill them. Which means radius, that's not what I meant, math. Divide seems like the simplest option. If I'm not mistaken, we should do subtract 1, that's my intuition. Subtract 1 and 1 divided by this, or actually a constant. So let's see. I am good. Okay, there we go. And let me guess, if I don't do subtract 1, does it offset it incorrectly? I align it right now. Yeah, they got overlapping. That's still function fine. Am I an idiot? I probably am. This doesn't really have to be... Hi, the ninja, by the way. Hi. Actually, now that I think about it, we could have the brightness. End of sentence. We could have the brightness. But what if... Oh, how to do it in a clever way. First of all, let's take ID. Math divide by power squared this number. Like so. Now, ID does nothing. What about index? Oh no, I just didn't plug it in. Okay, what about index? Still nothing. Okay, so that's the problem. It's applying ID to the underlying object. That's not what I want. What I want instead is... Oh, because it's wait, no, it doesn't make any sense. This is what I want, correct? Absolutely not. How would I? If I increase this, it's gonna get dimmer because it's not doing absolutely what I want. It's applying it's checking the the indices of each individual object instead of treating each object as its own indice. Does that make sense? I don't think it does. I remember I fixed this problem in the past. I don't remember how though. Maybe line? No, how did I fix this in the past? Maybe it's because it's doing... No, it's doing a point. Or instance. Aha! That could work, I think. Maybe. Let's call it... white 01. And then let's do... instance. Shading. And change it to instance. Or instancer? Yes! Oh, I'm a bloody genius. Okay. Splendid. Which means that now we can take this whole thing and we can group it. Make group. Wait, no, not group it. There was another film. Make a region. Make links. No. Frame. There we go. That's the name. Splendid. Hi there, X Gaming. Hi and welcome. And then, instead of applying this logic to color, we can increase the number again to something like a... Uh-oh. Whoopsie! That may be a couple too many. Let's just do like 10 for now. See how it looks. They might be a bit too big as a problem. Are you watching the next video? Yes, I am in fact. Because I've made a bunch of manic purchases, which I want to say I'm regretting, but not really, to be honest. I just don't have money for them. I've made the purchase, I don't have money, so I need to be productive. Yeah, okay. So in this case, now what we'd like to do is... This is what we have, right? The indices clearly go up, up, up. That's not what we want. I feel like what we would rather have instead is a separate x-coordinate and a separate y-coordinate. And it's a pretty simple conversion. That's because if we take the indexes... Where's the index? Right here. Okay. If we take the index, then the maximum number is this number squared. That's the maximum. Hence why us dividing by this number squared normalizes everything. If we don't divide it, then they just go really bright. I'm really having fun with your update to the Bannet bot, are you? Glad you're having fun. Which means in this case all we need to do is truncated modulo this by the number itself, not squared, and this will be our x-coordinate, which means that right now we just plug it in, a y-coordinate, yeah, right. Y-coordinate, because of course the x-coordinate will be this, but flawed, which means subtract this right here and then divide by this. Beautiful. X coordinate, y coordinate. Splendid. Which means now we can add them both together and create this kind of pattern. And after we've added them both together, we can then color ramp seems like the easiest way to go about this. That's mainly because I don't want to deal with it too much. And the main reason why we can go with color ramp as well is because then we can this sort of thing. 0.1. 0.1. Well, 0.7 actually. So what's the video gonna be about? It took me a while to read that because my brain had to do a lot of processing for that. The video was going to be about, well, basically going from addition through quantum mechanics to chemical bonds. Kind of journey to explain how bonding happens really well. I still have some more fishing stuff, like lures, some mix, and I'm going to for fishing rod today. I'm better prepared now. Well, good luck fishing! Fish love me, women fear me. I love fishing. Now the reason why we did that isn't actually to plug it into the brightness, which we're gonna keep at a 2 probably, only because we can plug into scale. And what this will do is it will make them pop, like so. Which means they will start at a nothing, and then they will go to this sort of thing. 18, however... wait, first of all, why is this negative... Oh, cross, right, that makes sense. Well, that's actually quite curious, it's negative 18. Because the actual number might not be negative 18, it will be 100 root, right? No, wait, not 100 root, it's going to be 10 root times 20 root. Not 20 root. What's the number gonna be? Hide the flame! Master Flame, we've been expecting you. Oh, you're gonna be sick of me. I can promise you that much. You're gonna be sick of me. Master Flame. Like a wizard's council. Oh, I love that sort of thing. Okay. Right, wait, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was muffing. X, that's a plus b squared is equal to c squared, which means 200! Root 200. I knew I was in the right neighborhood. Root 200. No, that still doesn't feel right. Yeah, it's not right at all. Why negative 18? Yeah, whatever, just... You do your thing. Now we can have all of them up here, like so. Absolutely beautiful. Actually, Flame, I may have some questions. I may have some questions. That got me thinking right now. I may as well have some questions for you. Let me just take a sip of coffee. I can answer a few, but I may need to go on a bit. Nah, never mind, I don't have any questions then. This is not a pressing matter. It's just that the video I am making right now, right here, is again VC tomorrow. That could actually work for this, because the video I am making right here, right now is... I'm not gonna be grilling ya. It is mainly a product of my rapidly decaying mental health. Long story, but the point is that I'm making a video, doing the typical make it, you know, addition to quantum mechanics, except this time I'm going addition to chemistry bonds, because that's something I wanted to do for a really long time. I've always wanted to approach chemical electron configurations as a geometric interpretation of wave functions. Oh, I feel it sounds so fucking pretentious. Ugh. No wonder I don't get invited to parties. So that's basically what I wanted to do. And at the end of the video, the last chapter will be just like, you know, approaching a couple of standard typical things in chemistry from a quantum mechanical point of view. Or not quantum mechanical point of view, only like with motivated by quantum mechanics. Basically, this will be just the proper and good version of the chemistry isn't what you think it is video. And over there, what would be really nice is not the energy state, only... Oh, what was the name of it? It wasn't the energy state. I think it had something... the name had something... Vibrational state! I was about to say that I think the name had something with waves, but every single fucking thing in quantum mechanics has something to do with waves. Was it a vibrational state? Vibrational states. Oh, I listened. See, the reason I remembered was because of the video. I just didn't know the name. I listen. I'm just bad remembering names. And all I basically like would like is just, you know, the typical proofreading, vibronic. Yes, and because I believe with this context, like vibronic, is it really vibronic? I would have bet my cat on it being vibrational. But to be fair, I've bet more or less. What is this? 200 recycled. Vibronic plus vibrational electronic. I don't know, like... Have you ever talked about octonions? Not really, actually. No, mainly because I don't... Making a video on octonions would require me to research them, which is a pretty significant commitment to something I will be frankly honest with you, I don't find all that interesting. Well, tomorrow. Thank you, I appreciate it a lot. I will spend a solid chunk of this live stream then formulating questions to not waste your time, Master Flame. I understand that you are... You're gonna be so sick of me. I'm gonna implement a feature into Bannet. When I remove the spin thing, I'm gonna implement a feature where basically there are blessed... Not everyone knows this, but... There are actually two roles for Bannet. There's the cursed role, which makes your life living hell, and then there's the blessed role, which gives you access to secret Bannet commands. And another thing I really want to do with Bannet is that depending on who casts this command, Bannet will respond differently, and I'm gonna have every single mention from you just be started with, of course, Master Flame. When you get your PhD done, it's gonna be even worse. Speaking of, how's the PhD going? Well, I mean, no, not going yet, but you know, because you always keep going on fun adventures with that related. Any new fun developments? I don't mean to pressure you, by the way. I'm just working in the background. There's just, you know. Because I realize yeah, okay. I'm just gonna get back to my balls. Nothing like some glowing balls. That's what I'm known for. Right, we have this up here. What was I changing? Oh yeah, right. I wanted to pop them even further. And in order to do that, we can just increase this to an 8, this to an 8, and move it like so. And then all we need to do is just maybe there we go. PhD says I've been traveling up to the uni to view flats. Follow the professor around up. Oh. There we go, this would look lovely if not for the f of x that just very awkwardly... That seems like a good spot. You got a dip, but feel free to hear me. Alright, Flame. Goodbye, Master Flame. Have safe travels. It feels like the image of the wizard pondering the orb. Make it, I have Minecraft milk buckets which just uncurse me. It's not that simple, X Gaming. It's actually a pretty mana heavy ritual, you know? It takes a toll. Speaking of, I still need to do this. Oh no, I have only 2 Firefox open. There we go. Now I have 3. What's the cost? Oh, it requires a huge might of the arcane. And a reasonable amount of mana as well. It's truly something. Actually, it's true. Having the wrong corresponding first number-line number and second number-line number. Functions you can think just like f of x is equal to x. How would we? How would we? Hi there, unholy finger. Oh, hi and welcome. Hi and welcome. How you doing? Just corresponds to every single place where our rights y coordinate equal to x coordinate. So like this, a function like f of x is equal to x squared means points where our x coordinate where y coordinate is the x and so on and so forth. The important thing here being that, how do you spell Mona? Like what, like Mona Lisa? I don't know. Not much for the arts. I've been fine, just messing around with op-amps, DC voltage and with 555 timers. Oh, that sounds lovely. I myself actually, you just reminded me, I have a little buggy of tiny integrated circuits I need to test. I should probably do that around one of these streams. No, as in the thing you're asking from me. Mana, you mean? For the might of the arcane. I do believe it's M-A-N-A. That's mana. Do you not know what mana is? It basically like in all of the medias with wizards. That's like the energy equivalent of things you need to cast spells and such. Okay. Just in case. That number is don't have coordinates. This is an abstract concept of position, which in real life is maybe a 3-dimensional. Is this specific kind of function, but the x-axis, for example, How should I put this? Because in this case, what we effectively do is we like set the y to be the result. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going about this all wrong. Very wrong. So very wrong. Yes. Instead of this, what we want... No, what do we want here? What do we want? Coordinate system, and we just apply some kind of restriction on it to information, which specifies this. So, for example, we don't... Oh, but would that be good for functions? Because I'm... Yeah, shush, but... Need to follow typical structure of y is equal to operator of x lambda operational operator x, and we could do b is equal to operator xy. There we go. From addition to command attainment. How's Jesse? Jesse is still lying in the corner, in a coma. We'll see if Jesse wakes up with the new cable. If no, I'll have to pull the plug. That'll be the new cable. I'll have to like pull it out because you get what I mean. Yeah, I'm worried. I really am. Okay. So, in our case, this could be, for example, good to hear she's on a good way. Yeah. Well, I mean, good would be an overstatement, but what are we doing now? We are working on a video. You know, just doing the leg walk that I normally don't stream because it's really boring. But at this point, well, why not? Might as well. I'm streaming it. The operator XY. So in our case, this could, for example, yeah, let's do P. Why not? Scripting such research, yup, exactly. The coordinate system is also misleading because when I say coordinate system, everyone's gonna think about the physical coordinate system, not like the mathematical one, Hilbert spaces and such, more metric spaces. I'm gonna rewrite this so many times. So forth. Crucial thing to remember is that what? I'm sorry, I should be talking some more. I shouldn't just be standing in silence, zoning out. What was the point I'm trying to convey? Well, the point I'm trying to convey is I'm trying to break away from the idea that is about coordinates. Presentation with position here is complete. This is something. Let me consider how most. Oh, I could do it with size of the icospheres. That would be surprisingly much easier to render. Yes, that's a good idea. This sort of grid. This sort of grid. This is convenient when we have a single input, single output, but let's try instead two inputs, single output, where this will still be our x coordinate, this will be y, but the output will be represented by size. Can you check it? I'm waiting for you to accept. Accept what? Oh no, what have you done? All right. I applaud the creativity and the minimal effort that went into it. I'm gonna allow it, but do keep in mind that you are always one click away from getting cursed again. So watch your back. I'm gonna allow it because you've made an effort. It can be said, well, which is more than some people can say. There we go. You are, consider yourself uncursed. What would be a good one? Piss off. We could just do a typical 2D Gaussian, I suppose. What would be a solid? Oh, actually, we don't even need 2D Gaussian. Oh, we could do a distance function to be f of xy is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. Then we get this. Hi, the boo. What do you mean, what's up? This is 40% how about everyone else? I am doing great. Ish. Lovely. Two inputs is not limits. In fact, isn't a limit. So let's instead put to something like I don't know, crazy. Oh, I just realized we don't need to go into calculus in this video. I'm gonna be able to explain quantum mechanics without going into calculus. That's fun. What can I trade you for uncurse me? No trades are happening. You need to show your creative spirit. You need to present an original idea that I consider worthy of getting uncursed. That's the only way to get uncursed. I need to find your attempt worthy. And that's it. Only one requirement and only one way. We could try it to festival, so it's like 70, I think, should be fine. Yep. What about bless? What does that take? Oh, you have to be chosen by the gods. That's what you need in order to get blessed. That is a very exclusive club. Not many people have the blessed roll. How many people actually have the blessed roll? Let me check. Four. Remco, Theo, me, and Flame. Yeah, in fact, 4 people who have the blessed roll. You could sneeze. Okay, let's just mix right here. Mix. Like this, and this will be the x coordinates. Wait, no, this. There we go. Was it the x coordinate first? Let me see. Check it. In this case, I really do want to approach this more from like a geometric-ish, I'd say, side. What are the names of the gods? Make it! Those are the names. Don't wear them out. Listen, you're not gonna get blessed. I'm gonna be real with you. There are 4 blessed people, and I am one of them. Okay. Okay. What can I do to get on your good side? I wouldn't know, mate. I tried, trust me. I tried a lot. Even I can't get on my good side. What type of demons you fighting? Every side, this is good side. There we go. Thank you, Stam. I appreciate it. Okay. So probability is next, by the way. What's a very wacky approach, isn't it? So would the probability be even needed? I imagine it would be. Like... No. Function relations and it's this. I'm thinking about where I want to go with this exactly. I'm not getting wrong, the animation looks very nice. It's very cinematic, but I suppose integrals would be do I want to go into integrals? That's because if the inputs are actual physical coordinates, then we can think of our function as a shape. That's because each point in our space will have some kind of value. So if we said, hi Dikatsi.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Freestyle miss a day, huh?
Is this a third one? This is a second one. What are you all on about?
This is the third one. There's one at 1 a.m.
Oh, because one... that doesn't count the same day, come on.
It's within 24 hours. It's the same day.
Yeah, but yes, okay, in my mind, yesterday there were 3 streams. Today, this is just a second one.
Okay.
Okay, that does look kind of mental, doesn't it? 5 hours ago, 20 hours ago, 1 day ago. It does look kind of mental.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is actually pretty...
He can't stream daily. Like, what can I tell you?
Thank goodness I stopped the daily live streams. This is pretty funny. Okay. I'm going through something, alright? I'm going through some stuff. Okay. We set our function to something like this, then this is what it would look like. A boy pings around people at random times, then the least thing is to keep the server active and promote insanity. This doesn't be the most annoying thing. Stop daily streams to stream twice a day. Yeah, no more daily live streams. From now on, we're only doing bi-daily live streams.
I could just random ping curse people, you know?
Wasn't that already an idea? Someone already gave me an idea weeks ago. To just have the bot randomly curse people.
No, I mean randomly ping them. It's better.
And this...
I think I said that, I don't know.
Later. Next we have a tag of probability, and I do mean just a tag. That's because, what kind of example I'm gonna pick for probability? That's a good question. I always like the hoop example of basketball falling into a hoop. That was always, and
What do
also
you
the
mean?
color might fit in. Well, basically, you imagine like a person throwing a basketball into a hoop, and they always try to land in a single spot, but they don't quite do it all the time because, well, things vary. And so when you like graph their average place when they threw the basketball, you can make it as a function, and that
That sounds
therefore.
like that is bad at basketball. You should hire LeBron James instead.
Where did that come from? Where did that comment come from? What do you?
What?
That sounded like something out of an advert. That was such an unnatural thing to say. That sounds like they're bad at basketball. They should just hire LeBron James.
What? What do you mean?
Well, it's
was
a very
unnatural?
unnatural thing to say. Like, if I don't know, if you start telling me about, fuck, what do normal people talk about? Shit. If you start, what do normal people talk about? What kind of events happen? No, I don't know.
Middle East, huh?
Right, I don't know. Fine. I'm not going to go there. No, I have my limits. Believe it or not.
I don't know why this started you so much.
It was just a very. It's how in ads, people talk really weird because they need to work in the product. Like, oh, my back hurts so much. Oh, your back hurts? Well, I have these very convenient pills that I carry around with me, and they help me a lot. What's more, they help your digestive tract. They help my digestive tract? Yes, they help your digestive tract.
No, I don't see that. I have fucking ad block. I cannot stand ads. I know what you mean, though. I don't know.
What's the last time you've been in the politics channel? I only go there when my mods tell me that something happened there. That's a toxic wasteland.
you-
That's what it is.
Ever go to politics channel? God.
What's happening over there?
What's happening over there?
I do to make fun of
I don't know.
people.
It just looks like a basic channel with Trump.
Like a basic channel of Trump. What a statement. I don't know what basic channel looks like either. I don't go to the peasant levels.
Exactly.
Peasants. Such a cinematic frame. It looks so good. Pointlessly good.
Yeah.
Pointless. That's what I've been described like
I
in
like
the past.
many cubes. Or are they hexagons?
They're icospheres. They're
Oh.
icoballs, obviously. Deceptively good looking. That's how I've been described in the past. Okay, because no much needed. So let's imagine a naked intern with a basketball and a comically large hoop.
Comically large.
Large hoop. There needs to be a comically large hoop.
Hoop, yeah,
for absolutely
hoop,
no
hoop.
reason.
Oh, this angle also looks good. What the hell?
What am I doing here? No, it's keyframe the wrong thing. Right here. This 0, 0, 1. This one, I would like it to move this. Yeah, fine, whatever. A script that monitors the frequency of words in Discord and creates a leaderboard of the most used word and reward system that gives people points to people with bigger vocabularies. I would need to set up a persistent memory system for Bandit to do all sort of fun statistic stuff. And I am just simply
going to do it later.
exactly. I was gonna say too lazy to do it, but yeah, I'm gonna do it later, only. That's right.
We know what that means.
Never. Okay. But make it large hook. Now this make it will throw the basketball into them and miss because they are an idiot.
What the fuck? Why so mean?
They're an intern. Oh no, I said make it. Oh whatever. Fuck, I'm leaving it in. But after a couple of tries, they'll make it in. Now, if we repeat the throwing experiment a bunch of times, and right here I'm just gonna make
That's not gonna. Why are you writing it like a pun in your script?
Oh, you mean this? Yeah, no, that is unironically how I write make it. I like, it started as a bit like a year ago, or 2 years ago, but that is how I write make it.
No, fuck.
This is what happened to me. I've been ruined. I'm ruined.
Holy brain damage, no.
I did like that. I didn't even register that. A bunch of times, and you can imagine. Oh, how do people talk? How am I supposed to word that? How do humans talk? When's the last time you went to Make It shrimping reports? You don't have access to Make It shrimping reports.
Shrimping reports? What's shrimping reports?
You don't have access to Make It shrimping reports, and don't act as if you do X gaming. Yeah, Make It shrimping.
I wanna see.
Okay.
I wanna see shrimping now.
So Serverlaw. There was a while back. There was like a different leveling system on the Discord server. And so basically, you had like a hierarchy, and each time you go up, you unlocked a new channel. And those channels were, in order, from the easiest to unlock to the most difficult. They were Hatake's Cat Retreat, Soda's Music Channel, Soda's Music Corner, I do believe it was, Deep Thoughts with Ali, and then finally Make It Shrimping Reports. And so Hatake's Cat Channel, Cat Retreat, it's still there, it's just pictures of cats. It's lovely. It's great.
I mean, they're still unlocked by leveling. So as the music channel. Oh wait.
Yeah, music channel's gone.
You know.
Deep Thoughts with Ali were some truly deep thoughts with Ali, and they were beautiful. May them rest in peace. Ali's still alive. Ali is unkillable, but the channel is dead.
What happened to the channel?
Ali just didn't feel like posting wisdom anymore, and without Ali, what's the fucking point? And then finally, the last one was Make It Shrimping Reports, which is just me reporting on the people I shrimp for. And I even had a list. Hold on, let me see if I can find the list.
People you shrimp for?
There was this one guy who built a 3D printer. There's a... Hold on. Because I'm just gonna play this, because I don't know what it is exactly. It says, it's an old message of me from 24. Me after saying what I do to Ryan Gosling. And then there's a Markiplier clip.
It's not a sexual thing. I don't want anyone to think that. It's not what it's about. It's not anything like that. Perverse. It's something you think it's about. It's not.
It's not a sexual thing, right? Which I agree with. It's not a sexual thing. It's just self-love. And then... Well, let me see if I can. Oh, there's a bunch. Markiplier is obviously there. Ryan Gosling, Stupendium, Stoops. Mini Minutemen, Tom Cardy,
Oh, man. That man is so fucking
hot. That's the word you're looking for.
Yeah,
Handsome,
yeah.
attractive, all of the above.
Did you say hard?
I said hot.
Okay.
I mean, you
I
had
heard
what
something
you wanted to hear. Let's be real. So yeah,
He is and smart, and those two, rarely come together. Yeah.
I
What
would-
else is there?
I would do Mini Minutemen and leave no crumbs.
Okay. Interesting.
You know what? I do have to say it's an odd thing because like we treat these internet personalities as if they're like objects, but it's an actual person with a non-0% likelihood of rewatching this precise moment of the live stream eventually in some kind of future, right? And I am really curious about the thoughts that must be going through people's heads when after I say shit like this.
Listen, it's just men being men. Like, it's nothing crazy.
Men will be men, what can I say? I agree.
Yeah, if a girl said that, that might be a bit quirky, but like, come on.
Hey, it's not gay if it's Ryan Gosling.
True.
I need a t-shirt. Sell merch with the channel logo.
Well,
What kind of I mean, I'm not that desperate yet. If I run into financial problems, then I'll try to do something. I thought about one thing I could do. Every month, what I could do is I could just make something, like an object, some kind of object, once a month, and then set it up for an auction to fund my channel. I'm just curious to see how much people would be willing to.
Yeah. How much people would be willing to pay for 4 liters of sulfuric acid?
For example, yeah, well, I mean, okay, no, that could be illegal to sell. But like.
Okay. I was about to say,
Why do you
imagine fucking shipping that like across Europe. That would be a fucking nightmare.
Why do you only have one thing in the administration channel? That is incorrect.
What is administration channel? What are these fucking channels I never heard about?
Well, they are. I mean, administration channel is just channel for the administrators where we like discuss who should get banned.
Okay.
The conversations there aren't really saucy. It's just like
Furry channel isn't real. Stop talking about it.
would also make money from the video or shit like this get views. I mean, it just mostly feels like a fun thing to do, doesn't it? Every month, just like make one thing. I don't know what they're gonna be. Every single one of them, I would like to be practical in some form, but something completely completely random. I don't know. It could be. Well, let's be real. Most of them will be weapons. Self-defense. Oh, that's a good question, actually. Previous running experiment a bunch of times and a bunch of times. Now let's that we set up another method. We'll just take notes. Note down all the stats of the balls are landing and such. Make your own flavor of ice cream called Make It Cream. No, I won't. If I render something in Blender on my integrated graphics, would you give me the blessed roll? That is like overwhelmingly insufficient. I cannot overstate how insufficient that would be. You would need to make something so impressive. Like for example, I was quite impressed with Black Thunder's render of Black Hole Naked. That was impressive. Because Black Thunder just made a straight up good looking black hole.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single sexual joke. I really, black hole, fine. I was expecting something from you, Cassie, but
I was caught up on the bless roll. Like, is that another fucking trap rank? What the fuck is that?
well, the cast roll is when the bot deletes your messages. The blessed roll is when it responds to commands. So, like, both me and Remco could say, I need a drink because we have the blessed roll.
Oh, you're in the. I see.
Yeah. The main reason why is because, all of the commands will be activated with the blessed roll. So if I do the make it trap, which is,
Okay.
then I can't have everyone setting it up. So only blessed people will be able to set up traps.
Okay. And like the qualifications for that is like, I don't know,
I don't know either.
whatever you feel like, I guess.
So far, it's only
Or-
me, Remco, Theo, and Flame. So like it's moderation-ish, but
Okay.
I don't know. This whole server is
Why would-
doesn't have people sometimes assume the server has consistent rules. No, it fucking doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Have you seen the rules, channel? What do you mean it has consistent rules?
No, but people assume there is some kind of logic. There isn't. The logic is I do what I want. I'm a dictator. Get it through your heads. Regime knows best. It's really often like, oh my goodness, 13-year-old menace to society. That was their name, right? One day they did something. I don't remember what. They crossed the rules, and so I quarantined them. Where like they couldn't access any of the channels, and they asked me how long they were gonna be there. And I was like, I don't know, because I didn't, and they were left there in the quarantine for almost a year. I don't even know if they're out right now. I just don't know. Make it. In my country, our studying of math is really abstract. So now after finishing high school, I check some math books for college. And the example problems are way too visualized. I barely answer anything. What are your thoughts? Well, Phoebe, unfortunately, as much as I wish I could help you with this, I don't think I'll be able to because I always visualize mathematics. I don't do abstract mathematics because that's that would turn me into a Reblox. Like, I'm already not a sane person. Very unstable. But like, in comparison to Reblox, I wouldn't even need to wear grippy socks. What if I render a galaxy? It depends how the galaxy looks. Also, but no, you're not gonna get a blessed roll for this. Hold on, what are you talking me into? No, you're not gonna get the blessed roll for this. That's an administrative roll. Okay, I mean, yeah, so here we are. Well, I'm just working. That's it, Caper. Nothing more. I am literally just working. Shit, but Phoebe, I do have to say that if you did a lot of abstract mathematics, then jump from abstract mathematics to visualized is much easier than the other way. So I would say you shouldn't worry about it too much because it will be much easier for you to get used to visualized. You did the harder part, in my opinion. You understood the much harder part. Mm-hmm. Wait, what am I? So for example, like fx is equal to x, which means we do is right here. What we want for brightness is a compare, and I suppose compare between x and y. Yes. And then let's multiply it by 3. I mean, heck, 5. Why not? That's good. I know, I'm incredible.
Great fucking video.
Yeah, I don't care much for that for the practical ones.
Well, it's gonna make so many views.
I'm truly contemplating jumping for a top 4 spawn in the pie tonight. That's wait, how far away are you from the top 4?
Oh my, this dude.
So that would be beating Alien Thal, which means $23. Oh shit! I didn't disable the fucking. Hold on, hold your horses first, because I didn't disable the fucking donations, even though you did remind me. Fuck. Can I go into like my YouTube? I don't remember where where you turned it off. And is it there? Yes. Okay, turn off super chat, turn off stickers, turn off super thanks. Okay, I turned it off. However, I don't know if it takes effect this stream. So mind yourself. It gets forgotten anyways. I don't have a good excuse, okay? I wish I had one, I don't. I turned it off, but I don't know if it takes effect mid-stream. It might be from next stream on, so just be careful. I was able to dox a 3D printer. I did mention it was an A1 when I was working on it. Make a new Make It stream interesting. I make good music. If you can make a new intro song, I will remove your cast role. I like that. I liked how this works, where people basically have to make stuff for me and to get the cast role removed. This feels like a very, very not non-corrupt system, doesn't it?
Like it invented indentured servitude.
No. It's just when you insult the regime, you need to pay back to the regime. That's everyone knows it.
Yeah, you go to a labor camp.
Exactly. Yes, there are labor camps. Hold on. What was I doing? Yeah, right. We need equals x. What an angle, truly, what an angle. Zero and then, oh, what was your 3? Beautiful. Would my orchestra just get me blessed? No, no one's getting blessed. That's an administrative role. I'm not gonna just give away administrative privileges on a whim, because that's dangerous. IRL, yes, and they make it exactly. Like you can't just walk around asking for mod, okay? Blessed is just like the technical version of a moderator. That's what it is. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, you can ask, but it's not trap setting. Exactly. I can't just. Very bad precedent is what it is. If I start giving away moderator privileges. I am very happy with the job that Remco and Theo are doing as moderators. Black Thunder, I haven't seen him do anything moderator related. I don't know if that's because he isn't moderating or if it's because I just haven't seen it, but... Can I be mod?
Oh my, this motherfucker. Will this fucker learn ever?
This is so nice looking, isn't it? This.
Yeah. Almost as nice looking as you.
See, okay. Make it enough moggling your creation. You just said it, and I forgot. Oh, obviously, I think it was a decorative one. No, it does. Well, I mean, it has administrative ones for the bot, or will have. Well, in a way, it has. It might have some already, actually. I don't remember what I did to ban it, but I do remember. I do remember checking how to kick members. There might be a slight possibility that if Remco or Theo or Flame accidentally type in the right thing, they might ban someone. Ah, whatever. Happens.
It happens.
Oh, you remind me of Fix It, right, that's another thing. Today I didn't do jack shit for the mask because I've just spent the entire day working on this. Fucking nothing happened on day 5. Fuck! And I need to finish the mathematics segment today at least, because otherwise I will be way behind. No, bullshit. Well, if I finish that segment, then quantum mechanics I could knock out in 2 days tops. And chemistry will be the last one. Oh, we also need to come up with questions for Flame, right? Okay. Well, not questions, only work that Flame will double check. Vibrational states. That's what we care about. Because the motion values in the molecule relative to the molecular, not molecular vibrational state. This, yes. Wait, is it vibrational states? It is vibrational states, correct? As if you'd know. No, whatever. Pass through. Huh? No, here. Now let's say that we repeat the experiment a bunch more times and ask the input for the stats. With the stats look like, and the area and the lids correspond to how many times basket was built up in that place. For this we'll need to create some kind of creative function. Make it, do you know any other languages? Deceptively, in a way, kind of, yes. And the only other language I know than English is Polish, but my vocabulary is of a 12-year-old. Yeah, so Bannon has now nuclear capabilities. They're probably call it. However, Remco you might accidentally nuke Venezuela. Ah, who cares? It's drunk bacon stuff. I have to make a video. That is how I operate. I do really often forget about features I add. So the strike sequence on the mask was gonna be hilarious. Function. The input is the x and y.
Say something in Polish. I'm thinking of a word that sounds like exactly the same in English.
It's okay in English.
Yeah, what fucking word is like exactly the same in both? So you can just like XD.
I don't know. The x and y coordinate is the activity of the ball up that spot. Could be. Or is it? Because if you think about it, all of these points are infinitely small. Mass function machine, it can fall apart if I desire so. Oh, actually, I thought about it because I do want to add an electromagnet to my mask, just because. And what I thought is I could, the front plate, the make it mask front plate. What I thought I could do is I could add in springs that would push it out, and then I could add in a magnet that will hold it back. And then if I turn on the magnet, turn on the power, then it's gonna snap back. And I could use it to hide the screw holes that attach the front plate. And the reason why that would be neat is because if I do that, then if I turn on the mask, then you physically cannot remove the front plate.
Hmm. Okay.
I don't think it would look neat, I don't know.
I mean, I guess that's just.
Or I could do it somewhere else in the power, I don't know. I need to get my
What
3D
about-
printer before
How
I...
can you not remove it? Isn't it held by a fucking magnet?
Well,
That's.
well, I don't think you
Doesn't sound
understand
like
what I mean. What I mean is
Yeah, I
that
don't.
basically you'd have like the skeleton, and then you had the... Actually, I probably won't do it for the mask. I probably will do it for some kind of a unit, like power unit, for example. I feel like that would be a lovely feature. But basically, you have the cover, right? And you have the skeleton. So skeleton is for structure. Cover is just to cover it, obviously, self-explanatory. And then I could connect them together with some kind of screws right here, right? So that would be the screws that actually connect the cover to the skeleton. Then I would have some springs that push it out. So the default state is the screws being exposed. But then I could add an electromagnet right here that would pull the cover in, which means that as long as the electromagnet is active, then the cover goes back and covers all the screw holes, which means you cannot unscrew it. But then if you
I
turn
see what
off
you
the
mean.
electromagnet, then it pops back up because of the springs, and now the screw holes are exposed, so you can unscrew them.
I get what you mean.
Behold, if I press this button, the power supply will be ejected. Oh, that sounds like a banger, actually. I might. We'll see.
That is pretty funny.
You know what's funny? How idiotically easy it is sometimes to add features. There really isn't a good way to know if a feature is difficult to add or easy to add. It's really wild. Like, for example, for ban it is easier for me to to remove messages which are questions than it is to, I don't know, check how many times someone uses the word there. It's what, for any given project you cannot really, you don't have a given way to see how difficult something is to do unless you do it.
Yeah. I get that. Do be like that sometimes. Like, oh, that's simple easy. No, I won't. Fuck you.
So the probability of that precise point, going to point right next to it, higher, and that specific point is 0. What is this function actually measuring? Okay. That's the probability density function, this was called, correct? Probability density function. PDF. Relative likelihood the value of the random variable would be equal to that sample. Yeah, the point is, next thing. You need to measure such a whole bunch of things. Function like x squared means the points are x and so on and so forth, which means right here what we do effectively is we just go forward and then, I don't know, 90. There we go. Beautiful. And then right here, we need to do is just change from x function to a not compare to itself, only compare. This is dx, right? I don't remember. As if I'd remember. Compare the top e math power squared. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, I will be right back. Just need to do something real quick. I will be right back. Just give me a second. Whoa. Okay. I'm back. Why did the viewership increase when I was gone?
They just love looking at the JLab.
Well, you're welcome. You know what? Viewer in channel every 2 hours. How the fuck is going? Okay. Now. Oh, this is still rendering. Splendid. Okay. Where I finish off with the script? What's our function actually measuring? Well, this is the probability density function. And long story. And the problem does appear to be that we cannot shit. Measure points that aren't quite zero, only are approaching zero, like a limit as it's approaching zero. In other words, calculus jump scare. It's simply quite irrelevant. Yeah. Would I? In the very high quality make it shitpost where the video looks legit, but everything in it is just a fever dream mixed with some dementia. That would be actually pretty funny. That would be such a commitment for no reason. I might consider it. Where I just like, oh, that's so much commitment for no reason. That's so much commitment for no reason. I might actually do it.
Well, is it that much though? You know?
Well, yeah, because I would render all the animations.
Oh yeah, I guess the render would be yeah.
Like I would be talking about
We
the.
just render the background when you're there, like you know.
I know. The physical properties of glorbos are insane. You see, Imam Free, from calculus to onions, 3.1 billion views, 95% like ratio.
It'll be a great fucking way to like advertise people to like, you know, just advertise the channel to new people.
But that's such a such a. I don't know. Oh, the song I'm listening to just said "Make It" and I almost fucking lost it. Okay, because it's simply surprisingly unnecessary for this video. I'll keep it simple by saying, imagine a function as popping into dimensions, then the volume under this graph is the integral of the function, and in this case that integral actually, so if you want to know what is probability of the ball ending at this spot, all you need to do is function take the integral property. Perfect. I'm surprisingly looking forward to this video, this one, because it might actually end up looking quite nice. And it'd be fairly informative. It'll be the same, all make it boring stuff. How many frames did I set up for it? Oh yeah, it's still going, it makes sense. Really, all pages. Make it a game. Being just a gambling, I have a 5% chance of breaking the device. The assets are there, so what's the wait for? Make it game. Look at make it. You win! Oh wait, where am I going with this? Why am I doing such a long-winded explanation here? Take the function, take the integral. Lovely. One thing that's important to mention is that even though integrals are interpreted as the area under the function or volume under the function, in reality they are actually neither, because if you have a three-dimensional function like this, then the integral would be the type. And integers important in this case. But I digress. Quantum mechanics. I think that is all we need not to get in quantum mechanics. Unless I missed something, in which case, whoops. I just gonna make 150 a day. How much is the highest patient tier cost? 64. Where are you making 130 a day? How do you work? That's more than I make in a month. Right here we have. Also, you can get the idea. This. So on and so on and so forth. The crucial thing to remember is that our representation with position here is completely arbitrary. Not quite this yet. We don't want to overdo it with the points because later on I'm gonna expand it into 3 dimensions, which means, you know, it's going to be not this number squared, only this number cubed.
Oh.
Why is this getting smaller? Oh, I know what. Fuck. You work as a FedEx driver at 14. That feels illegal. For so many reasons. Working at FedEx at 14 feels illegal. As a driver, that's goes beyond. I need to normalize this. That's oh shit. Yeah.
How many flickers is it times fucking chatters confess to doing crimes?
Wait, what did you say?
How many flickers is it when chatters confess to doing crimes?
If I had one. If I just had ethnical. 130 a day. $130? That's wild. I'm still stuck up on it because that's times 5. That's what, 650 a week. 4.5 work weeks. I'm pushing this one, trying to make 210 bucks a day. Why the fuck am I doing YouTube? Alright, doesn't matter. How am I supposed to normalize this? Well, I need to get the index of each one. So this is the x coordinate, y coordinate. So we need to take it, we need to multiply it, divide. Yes, divide it. I'm gonna just leave it there. There we go, yes. Divided by... Yes, I think this is correct. I think this. I don't know, it doesn't look right. It really doesn't look right. Oh, because we didn't plug this in. There we go. Now it looks really correct. Okay. So we go from 15 to 50, I guess. There we go. Fine. It is very little. It's not enough. What do you mean it's not enough to live off of? The fuck you mean? 130 is not a lot.
This motherfucker.
What universe do you live in? Hello, hold on. Let me show you something. If you think that's not a lot, do I have a fucking screenshot for you? 130 a day. Oh, do I have a screenshot for you? So this is a month. Month. Not day, not week, month. Alright? Okay? Now look me straight into my soulless, dark, void and abyss of a gaze and tell me that 130 a day is not a lot. Oh my goodness. A lot of money for 40. That's a whole lot of money in general! How much do y'all earn? Is it just me who's barely scraping by? You need at least 250 USD a day to live, lol, just for rent, food, gas, and Thai massage. How much minimum wage where you live? Where I live, it is $1,000 a month. Well, no, actually a bit more because the LFL. It's around 1,400. 1,400 a month. Dollars. Unless you were asking Skit. How much does it cost to live? Where I live? Well, it depends on where you live. It ranges from anything from, I don't know, $700 a month to where I live. Where I live in a shithole, because I've moved to a shithole, because I couldn't afford to live in a city. So that's a bit of a biased one, because I live in a very fucking cheap place. Because I've optimized my entire lifestyle to live in a very cheap place. Optimize was not the right word. I was kind of forced into it. 130 a day, shit. Cause you broke. Damn right I'm broke. Fucking hell. I need to get a job. It's ridiculous. I am shocked. I would not expect 130 a day just as a delivery man. For a 14-year-old. You should move to an actual hole on the ground, dead cheap. I appreciate the pun. You can borrow like $2 or $3 of me if you want. I appreciate the offer. I might take you up on it.
Damn.
I might take you up on it.
The generosity is crazy.
I am with amalgamation of things. Like, I look like I grew up on the ranch, just like someone who lives in the slums, and I am going to a private school. Blue collar job. Well, okay. Are your parents like CEOs of FedEx or something? Because this is wild. And you're going to a private school as well. How posh are you? Rage used to be believable.
True.
Every time, and yet you go to a private. I am so much question in me. My brain is short circuiting. I cannot comprehend this. The most valuable job I have done in my life, alright? In my life, the most valuable job I've done, to be fair, I was more of a work per hour. Well, not even that, as a freelancer. But it was worth $500 for 2 animations. That was the most valuable I've ever done. And those animations took me, I don't know, a week. Half a week. And you tell me that for a day, 130. My brain, I'm having trouble thinking of even questions to ask. He's regretting his life choices. I am not regretting my life choices, I'm questioning existence. Alright? Oh, okay, yeah, I think I snapped back to reality. Whoops, there goes gravity. Right, I'm working on the video. Okay, it will be probably easier to see with more points, but the crucial thing to remember is that our representation of position here can be arbitrary. Single input, single output. Let's try with 2 inputs, single output. By size, which means what we'll do is we'll keep all of their brightnesses same. We love him again. Wow. I appreciate your love, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. I didn't even register the name was Queen, by the way. Go off. Gatekeep gaslight Goebbels.
Play.
I have never been to the land of guns and freedom. I am still honestly, you could get rich easily. Just abandon your morals. Well, I feel like I've abandoned my morals a long time ago. At this point, it's more like lack of will. What am I gonna do with a lot of... I don't need a lot of money. I just need enough money. And the problem is that that's a very big commitment. You get a lot of money. It's, I don't know. Kind of private school you can't buy your way into. Like, have to be on certain intelligence to get in. I am... What? It's a kind of private school you can't buy your way into. Can't have certain intelligence to get in. That confuses me because, like...
Rage bait used to be believable.
Bait used to be believable. No, because like, all private schools you can't just buy your way into. That's not how it works. You pay for them, yes, but you still need to be accepted. At the same time, if you're not paying for it, only if it is just for like some kind of grades or marks or whatever, then that would be a public school. You are Slay Queen. Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you so much! Finally, some positivity in the chat.
Oh, but when I shower you with compliments, you complain.
Money solves everything. That's not true. I have a bunch of equations, no matter how much money I throw at it, just keeps bouncing on my monitor screen. I'm not gonna drink and Make it, what are you doing for 900 days? Hi, I don't have a good answer for you. I honestly, it crept up on me because I started doing like 3 live streams a day.
What should we do for 900 days? That would be tomorrow, by the way.
Wait, don't tempt me. I can make it. It's a college prep school, if that helps. Wait, so that's... no, like, skip! Skip, with every new message you add more questions to my head and I haven't even finished asking them. College prep school. So it's a high school. Make it, what's your IQ? If I remember correctly, IQ isn't a scientific term.
Yeah, it's fucking arbitrary as hell.
I remember Katsi ridiculing me for bringing up the 1,000 charge checkup, but apparently I was not that far off. I mean, it's gonna be in a month. Okay. What am I doing? Oh yeah, right. I was working on animation. I remember. Right, let's get back to it then, I suppose. There's a 14-year-old who earns like 5 times what I earn. Fucking hell. Right.
What could we do for a special? I would love to say like a game, but you're fucking broke, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I could do Doom Dark Ages, but I don't have money for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the ability to do critical thinking. X gaming,
know.
you can't measure that. It's not a measurable thing. That's kind of
We should
like if
do-
you ask me a question,
Yeah.
what is your sandwichness? Like, if you give me a number of how much of a sandwich you are, like, I'm not gonna give you an answer for that because it's not really measurable. There isn't really a sandwichness index that
I
gives
think
you.
measure of IQ is basically 100 IQ is like 50% population. I think that's the measure.
It kind of is by DNA. That's not how fucking DNA works.
But I don't have really like brackets for up top really.
DNA. Okay. All right. So the thing about intelligence X gaming is that when it comes to intelligent beings, like more and more intelligent animals, fun fact for you, evolution actually prefers generalizing, which means that when it comes to, like, the simplest example is always the duck. Like a duckling doesn't know what its mother looks like. That's always the cliche example, so let's go with it. Where basically evolution prefers not to pre-program, let's call it, beings of intelligence. I feel like this wish just took my wrinkles away instantly. What's your sandwichness from 1 to 10? I'm gonna measure how far you are from 2 slices of bread to measure sandwichness.
I had 0 slices on bread on me right now. That means I'm not a sandwich.
I have 7. It's my emergency
Damn.
reserve. I always keep them on me just in case.
Quickly, make a sandwich.
I got you. You can't get me lacking. I always have a slice on hand. It makes typing really difficult.
Do you count hot dog as a sandwich? Because I can certainly put a dog in some buns.
Fuck off! As if you would. Yeah, right. You would be the one putting dog in some buns. Right. My DNA was how close your DNA is related to the DNA of what's in the sandwich. Okay, I know this may come as a shock to you. Sandwiches don't actually have DNA. I know it may come as a shock. Sandwiches, counter popular opinion, do not have a DNA. I'm not against intelligence, because intelligence is general intelligence. I feel like the whole intelligence talk is pointless because we don't really have a measurable way to measure intelligence. Measurable way to measure intelligence. Wow, genius. We don't have a way to measure intelligence in a satisfactory way. If we did, then the whole field of machine learning would be solved effectively. Like 130 points and have to we make sure sandwiches and sandwich DNA believable. I don't like sandwich, I prefer Subways.
That is a good fucking idea. You got that to the list.
One little sandwich,
Sandwich fucking was brilliant.
Power squares. Where's the x? Where's the y? Oh yeah, they were divided, right? This, then we add them both together, and then we take square roots. We don't have to do it this way, but we're going to. Oh right, that's the distance, which means what we actually want is we want an inverse. Yeah, the point at 0 will be infinitely large, but that is in fact divide by 0 error, but whatever. Wait, was it 0.7? I already forgot. Well, we'll set you. No, it was 1. Yes. So it was normalized. Beautiful wish. Sandwiches do have DNA. I'm not gonna. I am. Like, am I supposed to respond to that? Sandwiches do have a DNA.
Do they?
Cutsy! Yeah, actually, yeah. Throw in some sandwich DNA, give it some proteins, you're gonna grow yourself a sandwich, you know? The sandwich DNA.
Yeah, exactly.
Are lesbians allowed to do math? There isn't any prompt for that question. Just asked it. What the fuck is going on?
You have to put that in best comments.
Oh, I feel like this would be a good time to remind everyone to check their batteries on the carbon monoxide detectors, because some of you clearly seem to need it.
Are lesbians allowed to do math?
I'm dizzy. I am dizzy myself. Chad used to be truthful and based. We have to ask Red Black's that lesbian question. Oh. Okay, right, I'm gonna rendering. That's what. Oh no, wait, because I need to do this. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Back in my days, we used to get asked how femboyish you are, not how much IQ you have.
Is this correct? Did I nail it? I think I've nailed it.
You certainly named me, if that counts.
Pissed myself. I'm. I'm going through stuff right now, and this last year is just... My brain isn't comprehending what's happening. I feel like I'm in a dream.
Oh, is it like always when you're with me?
I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath from a live stream. Or from a conversational live stream more than anything. Alright, all of these keyframed and piss off on the way. Making it more yesterday and today the chat and Cassie are just unhinged, unbelievable. Yeah, I'm still in denial. I'm not going quickly through the stages of grief. I have an entire paragraph about voting systems that are too long to fit here and it has sources.
You're in denial. I'm in the Rhine. That took a while.
That was an undeserved chuckle. No, it took a while, not because I was pressing it, only I was thinking if I should chuckle or not. I was holding it back. Jesse Prinders, okay, nothing bad happened. Yeah, exactly. The sandwich is made of other things that were once alive and I don't think have DNA or had DNA. So what I mean is similar to DNA was a sandwich. Well, by that logic, a fucking rock has DNA because there's bacteria on it. That's not a great argument. You wouldn't really say that a rock has DNA. Unless you would, in which case I would question your life choices. Oh. Oh, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm great.
With that fucking logic, I am make because I have Maker's DNA in me. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Well, don't act as if you are. Dishonest, very dishonest. Say I'm sorry.
No, I'm making so many of these today.
Remember, people, safe sex, wear a condom. You want to avoid, mainly because you want to avoid people saying shit like this to you. This is a public message about STDs. You're welcome. I have eaten tiny rocks, can confirm. Good for you. I never understood British cuisine personally, but good for you. Are patron roles kept perpetual? Are they taken away after cancelling patronage? They are taken away because it's the bot that's handling them. The patron bot. And it updates. Sometimes the bot also takes away the roles, and sometimes the bot forgets to take away the roles. So, you know, you can roll the die on that. The bot is kind of glitching at times, I found. There was this one person where they had a patron for a really, really long time, and the bot just refused to acknowledge that. I had to manually add them basically every day for like a month. Should you get a flash from this chat? No, it's mainly like me, Quasi and Atomic, talking about computer science over there. That's like, comically enough, the Philanthropist Trust is more computer science oriented than the Alus Pewter. You know. How does experience work? I don't know, YouTube just added it. I just personally added, if you want to look at it, let me see. Let me have a look. Oh, where did you post it in art? Because there are so many things. I see the ships. Oh, now we posted it. I don't...
I don't
mean-
like the way you draw them. Like I do not like them.
Oh, for me, it's, I
all.
think they're nice drawings, but I don't like the implications.
Yeah.
Because you put a lot of like the characters are good looking. I don't mind them. They look fine
The
in my
way you
opinion.
enunciate pelvis on all of them is just a bit much for me.
I like the drawings. I don't like the story though. I don't understand the story and it's I mean, to be fair, the fabric is impressively folded. It's not easy to draw fabric, and that was just from like a technical point of view. That is a pretty well drawn
Yeah,
fabric.
the clothes are good. Please keep them clothes. I beg.
Unless you want to draw a masculine man, then I imagine Katsi would change their mind.
No, I used to compliment his art, and then he was actually I am based them off myself, and I'm 14, so you are a pedo. And since then I stopped because it's fucking you're not allowed. He literally used to make that argument, which is fucking ridiculous.
Skate, naughty, very naughty of you. That's a dick move. And not the dick move that Katsi's used to. Okay, I also have no like personalization for such consuming it. Someone's just my clipboard. I know who it belongs to. What do I do? I know, it's not difficult to have someone's address if you don't know who they are. You just go on Google Maps. Just drop the needle anywhere. You'll have someone's address without knowing who they are. Like, select a random house. That is someone's address.
Yeah.
May I watch on that channel? The ad channel? Yeah, it's available.
Yeah, everybody has the art.
I'm being really productive counterintuitively on this stream. Like, we're actually getting animations done. Here has to be 1 divided by. Three hours now. That's because if our three inputs are actual physical coordinates, then you can think of our function as a shape. That's when the actions are hidden for random time periods. I mean the one of computer science. You mean the philanthropist chat? No, that's for the philanthropist patron rank. It just happens to have a shit ton of computer science.
Mm-hmm.
I like drawing anatomy. Is that weird?
Channel?
I don't think the fact that you like drawing anatomy is weird, because I do believe most artists like drawing anatomy. It's a pretty common thing.
Yeah.
What's more, anatomy is like very important for drawing just people and the creatures in general. There's this whole thing where artists will really often spend a ridiculous amount of time just learning medicine, just to know how the human body is supposed to like be made, because it's easier to figure out how to draw something if you know the underlying skeletal structure, for example.
Mm-hmm.
How does one experience Devon walk so hard without background music? Well, about that, I actually do have background music. I'm just not playing it on stream because it's copyrighted. My apologies. This is the best I can do. If I play it on stream, the stream is gonna get taken down. So, and sitting in silence, that would be maddening. In fact, yes, I agree. Instead, everyone can play their own background music for themselves. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Can you sing for us? Can I ever? Pick me a song, and I'll go off.
The one from La La Land.
Cassie, you've clearly never seen La La Land, have you? Yeah, I thought so.
I think we already established that, no?
You just know that I sing that song a lot. Also, the one from there's a bunch there. There is the Ryan Gosling one, which I do like, but I don't have the voice of Ryan Gosling, unfortunately. I only have the
Why
face.
you are Ryan Gosling? What do you mean?
Yeah, I only have the face. It's really upsetting. And that's probably why it's bad. The art itself isn't bad. It is the implications that I don't like. It's kind of like watching, a lovely painting, but then you realize it was drawn by Hitler, It's like, the painting is still not bad, but your feelings on it may vary.
Actually, I think Hitler's paintings are pretty ass. The one he got kicked out of art school.
Say what you want about Hitler, I was not a big fan. Their paintings sucked.
That is funny.
Okay. This logic, three dimensions, free variables, now extend the function of three dimensions. So right here, in order to extend the three dimensions, we'll need to change it up a bit, and a bit change we shall, because it's going to have to... Fucking hell, I've made a huge mess. Like a massive one. In order to extend it into three dimensions effectively, I'm going to delete everything, and we're going to move the bars as well. Is this the bars? No. Oh, that was unnecessary. Oh, that's cool. Good to know. These are the bars. There we go. And then what we need to do... Controversial opinion, but Hitler bad. Hey, I'm not a fan of Nazis. I'll say it. Listen, I had a hot take. Not a fan of Nazis. Genuinely think they were not cool. How am I gonna flip this?
50% of Americans would disagree with you.
Political. Not interested in politics. Did you check what's in the art channel? Is there a new one? Oh no, you mean that one? No, I did see that. We were talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking.
X Gaming. I am not a Nazi personally. What the fuck is that? It's a drawing, X Gaming. People do those. They draw. Sometimes sometimes using a pencil with paper. I know. Where you asked. X Gaming, you asked what it is. Honestly. Some people, am I right? Okay, now what we need to do is we need to bring them over. Ah, shit. And you can do it by normalizing it, I think. But normalizing it with addition or subtraction? Yes. So right here, before we divide, what we do is we subtract and then Oh.
That's a big
Oh.
icosphere.
That doesn't make any sense. Wait, this still doesn't make any sense. I mean, like, why would someone draw this? Because they can. This stream feels like a fever dream. Now imagine you're the one streaming. And he's... Oh, fuck off. Skid, you started well, but you keep ruining it. You keep ruining it. It started fine. Like, if you just take the drawing in a vacuum, then it would be fine. Why do you need to keep doing this?
That's what I'm saying, man. Why is like that?
Oh. The context is ruining this. It's kind of like... That's kind of like watching J-Rage videos after watching J-Red videos. Here's a reference for all the 800 people on the planet who get the reference. How do I normalize this? Because I divide by 50. Oh no, I've plugged in the wrong thing. It was meant to be plugged in right here. Right? Yes, and the reason why I jumped so much is because, well, it's... if we divide something by 0, we get infinity. Which means we take this, and I'm pretty certain subtract like so, divide by 2. Yes! Divide by 2. And this puts in the middle. Okay, that's enough. Divide by 2, that'll be the middle, and then we're gonna mix this to 0. Like so. So we're going to start with 900. And then this to this. And actually, ideally, we'd like to switch it to the 3-dimensional. Make it, are you a university student? No, I am not, actually. I don't want to, I'm sorry. What context do you not like? All of it! Listen, I know it might come off as a shock to you, but I personally, okay, it's just my personal opinion, personal preference, but I personally do not like implied sexual tension between 14-year-olds. I don't like it. I do not like it. Well, to be fair, what's more, I don't like implied sexual tension in general. I'm a technophile. But that's beside the point. Trains in Satisfactory are just fucking hot, and that's a fact. They are like 20. You said you bought them on yourself! I am... What am I doing? Right, I need to change it up to a 3-dimensional coordinate system. That's what I'm doing. Splendid. So basically, what we have here is... okay, first we need to limit the scale. So we set it to be... No, it's not. That's the one thing that we want to copy. This, and then we do minimum of 5 like this, and then we'll just let's do 80 because why not? Yeah, 880, and then right here this move right here, and there we have it, and then we're gonna pop it up. Make it with crazy hot takes today. Yeah, I know. This along with not a fan of Nazis, I am dishing it out.
Yeah, you're insane for those days.
Geometry nodes are just government propaganda covering people's brains to think in robot language. Don't listen to the robot lizard overlords. Hydroatomic. Need someone take me bowling or meet their mother. This
You like sandwich.
I lost. I started reading. I have this thing where I don't read comments ahead of time most of the time. I just read them in real time, and that threw me off. I am screenshotting that into best comments because this is unprompted as well. I don't know if it makes it better or worse. That's definitely a comment. I'm a lot uglier than either of them. Beauty is relative. Whenever... That's actually a tip for all of you. I would just like to mention the fact, really quickly for you. because a lot of people don't realize it. Most people actually don't give a shit what you look like. This is true, but for a lot of people it's really hard to wrap their hands around, because what people don't realize is that not only the fact that beauty is subjective, that's kind of cliche, everyone knows it, but people, for everyone, the most important thing is their like connotations in their heads, the relation in their heads of what they, how they tie in certain behaviors, certain people. So basically, people get a lot more attractive, for example, if you like them. If you have someone you like, then they're immediately a lot more attractive. So if you take, whenever I talk about Ryan Gosling, one of the most handsomest men in existence, due to their personality as well. And so the thing is, what you have to consider is how many people, for example, assume that I'm handsome, despite the fact there is absolutely no fucking physical evidence of that. Like, I am a cryptid. Whenever any device captures my face, it bursts into flames. I've been cursed by a witch. I keep going around insulting witches. It's a thing that I do. It's a hobby. I keep getting cursed. It's a prelude to make his face real. No, but I mean, it is true. It is true. Genuinely, try it. Find someone you like as a person who you consider to be handsome, and then take a long, hard look on their face. And you will realize that once you start taking it apart, there usually isn't anything remarkable. And it's like average. Most people do genuinely look average. It's just that when you begin to respect them and like them, that's when you start thinking of them as handsome. It's a genuine thing. Go and try it right now. And that's why you don't actually need to be good looking. You just, the most important aspect of being attractive is for people to like you. So you need to be just nice and charismatic, and that's it. That's all you need. A bit of a positive spin on it for all of you. You're welcome. Make it. Can I take you out to dinner? Your voice is handsome. Well, unfortunately, if you take me out to dinner, I'm gonna be eating, and that's a choking hazard. You know, never talk with your mouth full.
I'm also a choking heart like it, I know.
It's actually more straight to be gay for Ryan Gosling. Yeah, there's nothing more straight. Listen, it's not gay if it's Ryan Gosling. That's a rule, okay? I am always a choking hazard. Oh, I imagine it's totally a shared, isn't it? Along, you know, just like you have the FBI, Federal Boob Inspector, it's also I am a choking hazard. I can imagine it.
That is a great fucking shirt. I love that. It's not true, but I mean, I want it.
Okay, let me just fine tune it a bit so it looks better. There we go. Now that the focus is gonna pop into play. I was like 3 minutes, check my patient settings, and got wholesome and self-cursed. Well, if that's the effect I have, don't worry about it, Caper. I am generally a very wholesome person. No one's bitten a chunk off of me yet. I intend to keep it that way. Can we go bowling together?
Are you anti-cannibalism?
I would love to go bowling with people, but the problem is that I am a hermit. I live under a rock. It's a very heavy boulder. It's like the Excalibur, except instead of lifting the sword, you need to lift the boulder. Too wholesome, I'm gonna bring up the Epstein files. This is too wholesome. Time to buskill.
This man. I don't like that comment.
May I please take you to this random back alley? This is definitely not there for kidnapping. Funny enough, one of my hobbies, well, not really a hobby, I don't really have hobbies, it's more like activity I perform often, is I do go out at night into the most shady looking places possible. I always try to find the most shady looking, mainly because I low-key have kind of a death wish. It's a thing I have. And
You know, he's trying to get molested.
I am not a molestable person. I mean, I'll take the fact that you implied that as a compliment.
I think you haven't given me a try yet.
Oh, trust me. I was kind of more of a fight thing. I keep going to Tridias, like hoping someone would pick a fight. I'm bored.
Are you a fucking karate master? You wanna beat their ass?
Like, I don't think I'm gonna win that fight, but I just want to get stuck in one.
That's an interesting fetish.
You made it gross. Katsi, get him out.
I wanna have fights.
No, I just, well, I mean, I want to fight someone, but you can't really do it legally with people, you know. Like, if I just walk down the street and punch someone, I'm gonna go to prison. That's why I need them to initiate the encounter. Obviously, you could do like boxing, and I do know as one person who really likes sword fighting, but that's not quite fun because there are rules. And I don't want rules. I want everything on the table sort of fight.
You fight criminals by walking around at night in dark alleys and looking submissive and robbable.
New make it low drop. It's not really a new one. I've been doing it for years. Never, not once have I gotten, not even attacked, like picked on anything.
Are you doing this in your new neighborhood too?
Every single one! Everywhere I lived, I've done that. And never, not once have I gotten harassed or anything.
Okay, I'm surprised.
No one even...
Considering how often I hear police outside your fucking window.
Well, yeah, it's no, they're not my problem. That's a crazy stage of boredom. Adrian, when everything you do is just work, you will reach those stages of boredom. I don't have hobbies, mind you.
Your hobby is walk around and try to get assaulted.
You're making it sound weird.
Is it not weird? Like, amazing something?
Now I came back to wholesome stuff and I'm here, suddenly I hear Make It say, well, I'm not molestable, I think. I really don't think I'm molestable. The fact that I've been walking around at night for years, it proves it. I have proof of the fact that I'm not molestable.
I mean, you haven't been killed yet, therefore you're immortal.
Exactly. Are you trying to imply that I am molestable? Is that what you're trying to imply? That's a vile word as well, isn't it? Molestable.
I'm trying to imply that your logic is fucking flawed.
That's a horrible word. Molestable. I hate that word. Terrible.
Didn't you say it?
Yeah, but I still hate. Well, I mean, it's the most descriptive one given the situation, but the boxing Swiss champion, because I still want to find him. I think my fathers would have a small chance. Oh no, I don't think I would win it. As I mentioned, I don't think I would win it. I just want to fight. Like, I want to make that clear. If someone does attack me, I'm probably not gonna win the encounter.
You just had unique ways of killing yourself.
When have I ever done anything dangerous? You were telling how to make meth. Sword fighting. Yeah, I do have a friend who's really into sword fighting, and they do that a lot with their friends. But I'm not. No, there are rules in it. I don't want rules. I want, like... I do walk around with an axe. That could be it. That could be it. I used to walk around with a knife, but then my knife broke, so I bought an axe. But then I lost the axe, so I walked around with an extendable baton. But then I found the axe, so now I just walk around with the axe. No, that's true. I can show a picture, then someone doesn't believe me. I have it right behind
You're
me.
getting robbed. No, you are getting robbed. I have a bigger weapon.
It's not a big axe, it's just an axe. I'm not that I'm walking around with a big axe. I'm not a sociopath. It's a one-handed axe. The longer I watch, the more I wonder how you aren't arrested or dead. Well, I'm not arrested because I've never started a fight. That's the whole point of walking around at night. I want someone else to start a fight. If I start a fight, that's illegal. I want to see big axe. I don't own a big axe. I only own the small one. Timmy was a scientist, but Timmy is no more. What Timmy thought was H2O was H2SO4. Have you? Oh, kids, I can. Yeah, that happens to me all the time. For example, that's sitting in the corner of my kitchen. That's a couple of liters of sulfuric acid. I don't know how many exactly because I lost count. It's either 4, 5, or 6. It's one of those, I don't know. Okay, what's next on the list? Free variables. Alright, so now what we needed to do is we needed to extend into 3 dimensions up. That's what we want to happen here. And in order to do that, I want to do it in the smart way, not in the idiotic way. The nice thing about this is that this is normalized, which means we've moved it. Oh, okay. Me. Mixing problem in my kitchen. My kitchen. Oh, trust me, I do use my kitchen for cooking. I do cook in my kitchen. You know, something of a cook myself. I'm thinking. Oh, what is happening? 3. So I'm at 3, and then we can delete all of this. This is unnecessary, and then we need to. Right. Can I do position? Can I plug in position as scale for now? I can't tell if that made them small or big. Because the light is still there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be that guy, but... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because we're plugging... Right! That's actually very lovely. I do have to say. Because now if I plug this afterwards, like so, yeah, this solves our entire problem. What's more, we can extend the grid. Yeah, so we can delete all of this. Let's just solve our entire problem. Because now we can do a vector math and just distance. And then math. And then ideally to cover the overlap, we'd like it to move a bit maybe. Got myself a contributed here! Welcome to the Red Names Caper! You can now join the voice channel if you want. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Is the Red Names.
Congratulations.
Contribulations. Today I'll pass, but soon enough. Alrighty then. Alrighty. How do I extend it into 3 dimensions in a clever way? Well, there is always the... fucking hell. A clever way. That's the cool, because there is like a mesh line approach. Which means just like... this. There, then yeah, and then the position doesn't carry over. Piss. Separates XYZ into Z. They're all 0. Oh why, oh why? Alu, did you just copy message from Atomic? Oh, alright. I wasn't giving you just confirm right away. So the z coordinate, yeah, that's precisely why I asked for a clever way to do this, because this doesn't carry over the z coordinate apparently. If you do a cube, then just do a switch, and then let's try this. Oh, we have an offset as well. Yeah, we don't want an offset. We want endpoints, and we want the endpoint to be 8. And maybe instead of 50, let's do 20 for now, just for the sake of rendering it easier. There we go. So now let's try this, and let's try instance on points. Yes, we'll have a loop that goes in. These will only do it on the corners. If however, we do mesh to volume and then distribute points in volume, a grid. Holy shit. Wait, threshold? I don't think I want threshold. Oh, we do space. Wait, how does that? Why is the oh, whatever. We'll figure this out. 8 by 8 by 8. Well, I'll be damned. Spacing. That's... Ah, shit. What's the spacing in between them? The total size is 8 divided by 50. So if we have a line of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for example, and the total line is length is x, then the distance between the two is 6, right? Yeah, which means it is x minus x divided by n minus 1, which means 8 divided by 49. That should be the spacing. 8 divided by 49. That feels wrong. That is wrong, okay, because the spacing, if we do 1, for example, it's not going to be 1 meter, is it? Yeah, it's a pickle in it. It ain't going to be 1 meter. And then the threshold, ah, fucking hell. How much does the highest patron tier cost? $64, because it goes in powers of 2. 8, 16, 32, 64. What is the spacing? What is the correct spacing for this? Shit. If I increase the density, it's not gonna matter. That's good. Alright. Uh-oh, big mistake. Not 0, not 0. Whoops! Anyways, this stream was a train wreck, but I still loved it. Have a good one. See you around. Bye, Caper. Bye. Have a good one. I think my blender is entering white mode. Well, Blendy.
Oh, yeah, it's white mode.
Well, Blendy, I think it's about time that you turn off. And we restart.
I hope you saved recently.
I don't know. Blendy, go away. Failed. You failed me. Okay. So we don't go to 0 because that's a bad idea. Instead, let's go to this. So. Oh, that might be actually correct. Oh, my math seems to be correct. Well, I'll be damned. Because now if we do z0, I think. No, z 0.01. There we go, single layer. Then as we increase it, additional layers will appear. Absolutely. Okay, unfortunately we need a double layer apparently. Can't do a single one, but now if we go in like right here and we just plug in the mesh, you should see that they would be almost identical if only this was okay. Oh, if there's one thing, it's another. Move the points in. I'm just gonna eyeball it till I get it right. You just calculate it. I'm not a nerd. A bit higher up. Should be 0.9. I said 0.9. I mean 0.09. There we go. There we have it. We plug it in. Actually, we can leave it like this. And then 10, 30, why not? A camera, we keyframe it, moving away, and our grid like so. Means we start with this, and then we go to 8. And we have it go 4.1. Why are you still there? That's a good question. Start at 0, 0, 0 and then move to 4 right here. Yeah, there we go. That seems to have done the trick. We can reduce the size now a bit, something like 6. Really wacky looking. And then what we need to do is we actually need to do something that's quite difficult for a mole tool, not me. And that is we'll need to figure out a three-dimensional function that creates an hourglass shape. As a shape. Okay, so what kind of function would give us an hourglass? There's moss.com. Well, we can design it in 2 dimensions actually. And then I'm going to sleep now. Alright, Adrian, good night. I need more than 5 minutes of sleep per day. Okay, what kind of function would give us an hourglass? So f of xy is equal to x plus y for now. Can I do this? That'll be too easy. Piss. Do I need a 3-dimensional graph? Because that can be fairly annoying.
An hourglass, you say?
Okay, how do you do 2-dimensional functions, Desmos? Oh, equals to a number. 3. There we have it. Okay. So let's do equal to 0. And now, first of all, let's have a think. First, let's try doing something simple, like for example, this kind of shape. So if we do x squared plus y, we get this. X squared on each side. So x minus 3. No. Plus 3. There we go. So we add on the top and the bottom. However, how are we going to do that? Then if we go into the y, we want it to be... So if we do minus... Okay. Which means if we're in the positive y... Well, that took a shocking turn. Ha!
That's a graph.
No, it makes sense. Yes. The x, yes, it makes sense. It's only a graph, but that's not what we want. Sine, right here it's gonna be negative, right here it's gonna be positive. But the reason why is because we set it to 0, correct? If we set it to a, and then a equal to 1, for example.
A graph that's just the fucking axis. Brilliant.
Sine, oh my goodness, this is actually quite rough. Sine times... Why would it give me anything with this? That shouldn't give me anything, but whatever. Times x. So for example, a point like 2, right here, this should be a single... Well, no, this entire line should be on. 2. Okay, so I can't do it with variables, right? Which means I need to do it manually. Okay. Now let's do multiplied by x squared plus 2 plus 3, 4, 5. Like this. So this is what we get when the y coordinate is equal to this thing. What was a sine function? Well, it's a function that gives you a sine of a number. Allow me to demonstrate. I'm gonna abbreviate it as S in this case, just for the sake of making it easier. There. This is a sine function. It just gives you the sign. If it's a positive number, it gives a 1. If it's a negative, it gives a negative 1. It's just me, or is y x squared divided by 2 kind of fine? What is that? X squared divided by 2. That's a parabola.
That would be a parabola.
Okay, wait, where's
What
I?
are we trying to make?
An hourglass shape.
So like a hyperbola, but on the side. No?
Like a fucking hourglass. How much more descriptive do you need me to be?
I think that's thin in the middle and wide on the sides. Like a hyperbola. No?
No, because hyperbolas don't connect on the top.
Oh, so you want them...
Yeah, like an hourglass
Okay.
shape. Like this.
I would not describe this shape as an hourglass, but sure. Go on, King. I have an idea.
Katsi.
Okay.
It's an hourglass
Something
shape.
better.
An hourglass shape.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is for people, but whatever. This is
Like
what an
our-
hourglass looks
okay.
like.
Okay.
I can use my train of thought. This. Okay, how am I gonna achieve this? Well, if we imagine it as a. Actually, it might be easier in Blender. This might genuinely be easier to work with in Blender for me. Okay. Other plane. Shading. Let's go. New. Texture. Coordinates. Separate XYZ. Well, actually, yeah, we will need to separate them. So. Muff our square like this, but we need to normalize, so mapping move 0 0.5, 0 0.5 minus 0 0.5, what? Minus 0 0.5 everywhere. So this, however, we don't want that exactly, only we want this is far too stretch for me. Alright. Biscuit. Let's variables affect. First of all, let's try absolute. Then how do different values affect it? So if we divide, dividing by increasing number. So then if what we do is we get a Gaussian, and if we plug in a Gaussian of the y into the divide, not a Gaussian, no, what we need is we need two bumps. How do you achieve two bumps? You achieve two bumps by doing a Gaussian, a symmetric Gaussian, yes. Which means what we need is we need exponent of x squared. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was
I
the
found
Gaussian.
your shape, man.
Don't care. Exponent of the.
I found it. I found your shape.
Cool.
Sure.
Good for you. Exponent, that's e to the
Fuck you.
minus minus 1. Color ramp. Yeah, okay, that's the Gaussian. Splendid. Let me just save it as equation. What if you use sine? Then I would have a wave, yes. Very much more narrow Gaussian, which means do we need to divide the x? Multiply the x by something like a 10. There, now we need to offset the Gaussian. This, and then absolute value. Beforehand? No, where do we take absolute value? We want it like this. So right now, oh, because it's only in the negatives. Right. This should make absolute value should make it symmetric. Oh, because it's doing this. Oh, shucks and dagnabbit.
So
Desmos.
what was the point of that whole thing?
What whole thing?
The fucking the tangent with the hourglass.
I will visualize how a function can be thought of as a shape, which will be important once I get to electron configurations. Because over the orbital in chemistry classes is taught as a shape, whilst from the direction of physics it's taught as a function. So this will be the connecting thing between them. Absolute value of the x itself. Yes! Nailed your ass. The more we can square it in here. But then if I just divide this by s.
What are you doing?
Divide the plus a by s as well.
But ain't a hourglass. Is it laid sideways? Two of them?
Divide by
Half of them, I should say.
that ain't an hourglass. What an insightful thing to say. Absolute value of
Okay,
x.
I'm sorry.
No, absolute value
I'm still upset you just say fuck you, hourglass, I hate you, you know?
direct
I'm
quote.
upset about that, you know?
Direct quote. All way. On division divided by a that's which means what we need is we need an f of x, and then we need the f of x to be equal to x squared plus 1. There we go. Now if we do the whole thing by another variable.
Yep, yeah, I'm following.
Flooring it feels cheeky. There is no other way to close the circle. Because we need something that is this. Yeah, in order for it to be discontinuous, it would need to follow from a function that's discontinuous. Because otherwise, you cannot turn continuity
Oh, it's from a
into.
function.
As good as it gets. Might be as good as it gets. Right. I'm gonna leave it for now and just implement it with variables, which means we have right here y coordinates. We take the y coordinates, we square it, we add the first variable to it, which in our case is negative 3.9. Then we divide it. We can actually subtract the positive, whatever. Then we can divide it by the second variable. We just plug it in. Divide the second variable. Remove the whole thing as well to something like value 5, 10. 5, I'm not mistaken. I want to see why. Yes, it is perfect. So like this, then divide by s, which is 2.5. squared, then multiplied by -1. Hi, the Jaza. Hi, welcome. And then exponent. Go. Then divide by absolute. Divide by the absolute plus 1, and then same thing squared, like this, and all that multiplied by our last constant would be 4.7, like this. There we go. Sync bump in the middle, which means I wrongly implemented it. Nope. Oh, I didn't change the subtract, that's why. There we go. There we have it. That. Our hourglass. Now, because it has a radial symmetry, we can achieve it in 2 dimensions, and then instead of using the x coordinate, we can just use the r coordinate, which we'll create from the x and y. But the point is that this regulates the thickness, so we plug in this right here. A very, very thin and very pronounced hourglass, which we can smooth out using tricks.
So this is what our last looks like, huh?
Yep.
Fascinating.
You need help seeing.
Hmm.
Whoa, hyperbolic tangent. I just remembered. Hyperbolic, where are you? Hyperbolic tangent. There you are. The tangent is massive help. Because of the hyperbolic tangent, I can and 3 high power, don't we? A fucking genius, what I am. Power 10. The really wacky. Exactly what I'm looking for. Thickness. I'll keep it fast. So this will be our function, and well, then ideally we like to note it down, I imagine. So it will be fucking hell, alright. It will be, we'll have x and r. Now r will be just the distance, well actually no, we'll have z and r is just the distance function, bless you again, of x and y. That's our r coordinate because of radial symmetry, which means that we take, oh, this is gonna have quite a lot of space, z squared minus a, and this one 1b, bless you again, c is equal to 1.
I'm sorry.
What? Okay. Z squared minus A divided by B. That entire thing squared, then minus, then e to that power, then that divided by... Wait, if I change the absolute to a square, that's an absolute. Then all of that divided by z squared plus 1 good value, and then all of that is multiplied by c, then we divide okay, then we divide r, which is square root of x squared plus y squared, then we bring it to the square the whole thing, divide the whole thing by, I need to do division like this, by d, then all of it inside hyperbolic tangent, all of that to the piece power. Okay. Online LaTeX renderer. Quick LaTeX, fine. Let's try it. It's going to be an absolute train of exploders. To the power of p, then fraction is divided by d of hyperbolic tangent squared, and inside we have a... Oh no, the divided by d is inside of hyperbolic tangent. Yeah, so this whole thing divided by d, and this is a square, and this is a fraction of square root x squared plus y squared divided by divided by fucking hell, minus minus fraction. At the bottom we have absolute value of c squared plus 1, and at the top we have negative, or e to the power of negative square and then z squared minus a. Yeah, that appears to be roughly right idea.
I have no clue.
This should be the same thing. Okay, splendid. Now we need to wait for this to render, then we can add the function on the side as the function we're drawing, and then we can input the hourglass, this time with a cutoff, hopefully, which will just make it more visible. Will just be better looking. What if you left your stream running overnight, like no microphone, no screen sharing, just an empty screen as live stream, or just the gay lab on loop? With no sound even, just the stream will be right back and I just leave it there. It sounds actually kind of funny. It does actually sound kind of funny. Don't tempt me.
Free ad revenue. What ad revenue? On a stream?
Fun fact, I on average lose a subscriber per live stream. That is my average. That's because sometimes I lose 2, but sometimes I don't lose 1.
Does that make it reality?
Oh, fucking hell, that's so many frames. So 30, that's 15 seconds times 30. That's 450 seconds, which is almost 10 minutes. Well then, everyone, I think we can call it for this. 3 hours? That felt like way less than that. I genuinely didn't feel like 3 hours. Okay then.
Doing a lot today.
Ah, my eyes had a bunch. Alright, everyone. I'm done with everything. Tomorrow we're gonna make another work stream because I've made... Well, once again, I need to make the video because my financial state is getting into the dire area, which means we need to make the boring video before we get back to the fun ones. And for now, I suppose that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!